Greetings, all you samurai out there in the universe. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you with another chapter review of Samurai 8. This time it's chapter 13, titled Seeing Courage. So, we are in pitched battle as Hachimaru has finally taken a stand against the unstoppable Ada at this point because Ada just seems to hold so much power within him. But Hachimaru, he's been invigorated by the supportive words of his father, and he's doing his best to guard with all his might. But Ada calls him out. It's just like, you have passion, kid, but you got no strength to back it up, and I will crush you in the end. So, Hachimaru, he realizes this as well, so he calls upon Hayataro to give him something that will increase his ability as he grips the sword with two hands, and Hayataro creates a jet engine, the ones he uses to fly around. He creates a jet engine in order to boost the attack strength of Hachimaru's swing, which is actually genius for what they're able to do. And it manages to knock Ada back, which really takes him off guard. It's just like, okay, this kid actually can really think on his feet, unlike his seven brothers. So, in terms of what Hachimaru is, apparently there's more to him than what is normally seen amongst his kind. But Ada says, hey, you weren't even supposed to exist. You are a being that is not needed. You might have some fighting capabilities, but you're an entity that serves no purpose in this world, and I must destroy you. But before he can get in another swing on Hachimaru, we see that Daruma has managed to recover, and he comes in a swinging. And I love this little stream effect of his, sword that has all these little ribbons behind it. I really have to wonder, does that serve a purpose, or is it just there to look cool? But Daruma is ready to throw down with Ada because he knows, Hachimaru, you did well enough, but you do not have it in you to take down a guy like this. Though, honestly, it was pretty impressive that you were able to hold your ground up until this point. But An also notes that, wait, what about Hachimaru's body? Is he going to be okay with her not truly knowing the full extent of the regenerative abilities of samurai? As we also see that Hagamichi is also managing to regenerate his limb that was blown off, as he states that he'll go to Furuda's side in order to, put him under life support for the most part. We also see that Hachimaru has started to slowly heal back as well, as he's given a little bit of time to rest. And Daruma gives Hachimaru due credit. He gives him due props. It's just like, boy, inside of you, I have seen courage. This won't be one of my lengthy lectures. I won't give that to you right now. For the time being, just rest yourself as I deal with this guy. As that is just like, okay, hey, you've changed a lot, master. Remember you being so lenient with your students. But Daruma goes up and picks up one of the toothpicks from the, little takoyaki. And he's just like, yeah, well, it's been a long time since I've considered you a student. And so as everyone, goes off to dote on Furuda, who's basically dying at this point, Ada really takes offense to the fact that it seems that Daruma's ready to go at him with a toothpick. It's just like, you asshole, how dare you? But it's kind of hard to see what's happening in these panels because it almost looks like Ada has been sent upward by the sheer power of Daruma. Though you can't see anything that seems to be connected Ada, so it really makes me wonder. But you see Daruma use this ability to summon like what Ada describes as atmospheric pressure into the toothpick, and I was just like, you wouldn't use a star crusher right here. And Daruma's like, well, you're not using it on a star, I'm using it on you. You will choke on the atmosphere. And he summons the atmospheric blade down on Ada. This massive, it looks in the form of a wolf, which is, that's where Daruma gets his epitaph from. But, this massive wolf-like face appears that seems to chomp down on Ada and creates this massive, insane cyclone that just seems to grind Ada to paste, which shocks everyone nearby. I'm like, how are you guys not being sucked in by that? Because that thing is not that far away. Like, this is a massive attack. It's ridiculous. But then again, we've seen just how gargantuan these people can get, and the fact that Ada's first display of power in this series was cutting through meteors and drilling a hole through the friggin' moon for some reason. It should stand to reason, yeah, okay, this is just a Tuesday for these kind of dudes. But we do see that Daruma kind of got really kind of shrunken out. It's just like he kind of lost a lot of his, a floof, I guess. It's almost kind of like a drowned cat for the most part. But he's managed to do it. He took down Ada for the most part. So all that's left is to attend to Furuta to try to keep him living. Hagamichi connects him up to his holder to kind of keep him on a bit of life support, but it's just like, yeah, we need a lot more. That device that was implanted into his body was like a one-time give all kind of thing, and because of that, it seems to have, gone along with a lot of his internal organs. So we'd have to really get him to a specialty place for this kind of stuff. And, Hachimaru's just like, well, if he's losing out on organs, give him mine. But Hagamichi's like, yeah, that wouldn't really work. And I'm just like, okay, I'll take your advice. I'll take your advice on that, because I don't know how y'all bodies work. I don't even know how Furuta went about connecting something like that into his chest and how he's even alive right now. Your technology is so far beyond me. I don't know how any of this works. But Daruma notes that, well, it was probably a last-ditch effort. He didn't plan to live after he used that device, and it was all in the effort to protect Hachimaru. That's probably why he never wanted you to leave outside or anything, because if you should be spotted by Ada, it would be all hands on deck for a death mission. But suddenly you start to hear Ada's voice come from off screen. It's just like, you of the whatever style school know nothing about Furuta. And then you see like this small like spiritual flake, like the little last bits of what was Ada just floating in space. And he notes that, Furuta was a lead scientist on our Skeleton Key project. So here it comes again, kids, a good old info dump. We're just about to just vomit, diarrhea, verbal vomit out exposition. As everyone's just like, what, that dude's still alive? What's the Skeleton Key project? And I was just like, I'm glad you asked. Let me open up the wiki here. And he's just like, oh, this project was used to create keys to open up Pandora's box, apparently. And, they're just like, wait, how is he alive? And Hagamachi's just like, oh, well, we must have just defeated a replica body. You can do that with samurai souls, but, he must be using the last bits to kind of monitor us. So it's just like, what if you can do that, then why don't more samurai do it in general? Just send off pieces of themselves. The Shadow Clone Jutsu was always kind of weird in the way that it worked, but at least it had rules. I don't know what the rules to samurai being able to split themselves off actually are. But I was just like, oh yeah, I will definitely get back Hachikaku this time. I'm coming for your ass, motherfuckers. It's just like, but I'm up until now, I'll just have to say goodbye. But before I go, I'd like you to meet some people, like a freaking episode of Mori. It's just like, say good hello to your long lost siblings, Hachimaru. And one of them speaks, is just like, yes, you are Hachikaku, and we are your brothers, your 7 brothers. And it's just like, oh no, is that what Samurai 8 means? These 8 beings who all look like Hachimaru, and that's why he's called Samurai 8, because he's the 8th in line. I thought it would be like 7 samurai, where it's just like, oh, you have all these various different samurai. I didn't know it was going to be a clone thing, or a clone situation, which kind of takes a little bit of the wind out of my sail, because I'm just like, oh yeah, there's going to be these 7 other cool characters who will join Hachimaru on his quest, but it's just like, nah, they're just 7 other assholes who are allied with Ada, who are looking to kill Hachimaru for some reason. So that's kind of lame, at least for me, but interesting enough. I'm kind of invested. Tragedy, striking, very big stuff. That showdown between Daruma and Ada was pretty fucking badass. But honestly, that's the only real takeaway from this. A really cool moment. Hachimaru got in a really cool attack, and Daruma got in a really, really cool attack. But aside from that, fun enough chapter, good stuff, and I'm interested to see what you thought in the comment section below. What was your favorite part of this chapter, and what do you think about the fact that there are 7 other Hachimaru out in the shadows, and what do you think their deal is, and why do they all seem to be assholes? But definitely tell me your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on another Samurai 8 chapter review. And if you want to find me on social media, just Google Duuz-Diz-Din. I'm everywhere for better or for worse. And until the next video, you just have to remember that you have the courage inside of you. It's your choice to let it out. Until next time, I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I think it's time for bed. Bye-bye.